Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy Sam from our training here, and today, NAKD Army. We have an NAKD video. It has been a while, I know. I just did an NAKD live stream yesterday, but I haven't put a video out in a while, but that's because I've been pretty focused on Shiba Inu whilst, been waiting for PR to come out. And today, there still hasn't been a PR coming out, but I thought I'd make an update video for NAKD because it has been a while. And it's probably quite right for you all to know what sort of price action we have been seeing. And as you can see, according to the graph, it's been boring. It's been very, very boring. We have been in a bearish flag for quite some time now. However, there is light at the end of the tunnel. NAKD Army, my fellow apes, my fellow friggin' NAKD Army, right? As you can see on the chart here, we are nearing the end of the bearish cycle, which we have been in, the bearish flag. We have seen that there has been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, almost 9, well, I'll put 8 touch points of resistance on this flag. As you can see, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably 6. We'll say 6 levels of support, 6 touch points of support. So this is a very good indicator of the sort of price action which we are going to see in the upcoming days. And this is currently on a 30-minute chart. It's interesting. It really, really is. I mean, NAKD, although it has been trading downwards very, very slowly, and it seems like the hedge funders are just trying to dry out everyone and, basically bore us to death, really. The NAKD Army is still strong. I see the group chats. I see the Twitter. I see everything. The NAKD Army is stronger than ever. I mean, although we're not getting the buying power, 11 million today, that's weak for us, right? We are still here. We are hodling for our lives, right? And that's what NAKD does. That's what the army does. We are long-term holders for this stock. And again, this isn't financial advice. This is just me speaking on what I know within the community. And obviously, do what you would like with your money. It's not my place to say. I'm not a financial advisor. So, be sure to do your own due diligence per entry into NAKD or any other security I bring up or anything that you look to invest in the future. Now, let's have a look at the RSI. So, according to the RSI, we are currently trying to trade upwards a bit. You sort of see the RSI is around 40 at the moment, so slightly oversold, but it's not going to influence the price action that much. That is why we have been barcoding most of the day. I mean, we did see a little bit of a spike when it first came on, but, nothing drastic, nothing that's going to, get us excited, really, because it just came straight back down again. Hedge funders are like, no, naked shorts thrown at you, down your throat, bang, wham it down the aisle. And, that's just how it is, right? It sucks, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. You sort of see here as well, looking at the MACD, we are still bearish, but we are looking to potentially have that golden crossover into the bullish range. And as we get ever so closer to the end of this bearish flag, I would say we have around 5 more days of this bearish flag before we will see a breakout, potentially less, depending on how it trades. But I believe that there will have to be a reversal before we hit the 0.48 mark, which was where our lowest point before. So, that is what I think is going to happen. And, I think that's the only thing that could really happen in a sense. But again, I'm not a financial advisor. I might be wrong, but that is where I can see this stock going currently. According to my graphical analysis, on the exponential moving average, we are still in those lower 3 brackets, the lower 3 lines, but there is still potential for that bullish action. When you are in the lower bracket, it shows that you'll trade below the exponential moving average. So we are destined to see some bullish action eventually, right? And hopefully that bullish action will allow us to break out of this cycle which we have been in for ever so long. Now, we are going to get onto the big news on Twitter. I don't know what JDR is doing in New York, but we are going to get to it shortly. So, as you can see, the silverback of NAKD, the silverback ape, is currently in New York City. Now, there are a couple possibilities of why he's out there, and I'm going to get onto those right now. So, number one, he could be talking to their sort of their supplier in Fredericks of Hollywood, or like their connection with Fredericks of Hollywood. But it won't just be for that, because he can do that over a Zoom call. He's already got connections, unless they're renegotiating something with them, because now they have a bit more, like they're a bit more leverageable with the amount of cash they have behind. That could be a possibility. They may be renegotiating with Fredericks of Hollywood to try and get a better deal potentially, right? However, I don't think it's that. I think he is going over on the purpose of an acquisition. I think that he is currently in New York. Like, he's not going over for a holiday, right? He lives in Australia. That place is a holiday 24/7. The weather over there is like what it's like in the UK now. In the UK, it's 21 degrees. And, you know, I'm inside wearing black and, you know, a hoodie. Sorry, my phone just went off, so that's what happened there. My landline went off. Unfortunately, I can't control that because I currently live with my gran, so that's the way it is, unfortunately. But anyway, yeah, like I was saying before, Justin would not be going to New York City for just a holiday, right? He has a constant holiday living on Australia. I mean, the weather there is absolutely gorgeous, pretty much 24/7, 365. It is absolutely lush, right? So he is over in New York City for a purpose, and I believe that purpose is for an acquisition, which, if it is, what sort of brands can he be talking to? What sort of brands are based in New York City? And I will be bringing a video later today, or maybe not today, maybe tomorrow, talking about the potential acquisitions, the potentials which he could be talking to. Because now he's in New York City, that completely wipes out the likes of, was it Naruto or something? It's something like that. I think that's an anime thing. But, you know, Natamori, it's something like that. It was a company which I said before that were Japanese. That rules them out because he's in New York. So it's going to be interesting to see who he is currently negotiating with potentially. He may not be negotiating, but that's what I would guess, especially with the route that the NAKD is going down. And also as well, I mean, the hat itself, get NAKD. It speaks for itself. He knows. Look at that little, I mean, it's a pretty straight face, but he's got a little bit of a, yeah, you know what's up. You know what's up. So, And the third option as well, which is, so I said 3, didn't I? So obviously number 1, Fredericks of Hollywood. Number 2, potential acquisition. Number 3, he might just be going over there to talk to some contacts potentially. He may, you know, he may be talking to future investors potentially. You know, there are a lot of, you know, capital venturists, but I don't think he would need to go down that route, especially with the amount of cash. It wouldn't make sense. I don't think he needs to sell more stock. So he may, well, I mean, he has to have a meeting with the NASDAQ, I would have thought, as well, whilst he's over there. So, you know, there are meetings which he will be going to, but there will be a big meeting for an acquisition, in my opinion. All my opinion, not financial advice. And, you know, be sure to do your own due diligence. With that being said, NAKD Army, this has been your boy Sam from Armada Trading. Please remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. It really helps the channel out. And without further ado, my fellow apes, take care. In a bit.